If I said to you a week ago at this time, you had to make a bet, is Aaron Rodgers going to be the starting quarterback for the Packers this upcoming season? You probably would have said, no, he's not. We had reporters. We had Rob Domofsky, been covering the team for a couple of decades. He said 5% chance. You know, the Broncos were in the mix. The Raiders in the mix. The Niners attempted to make a trade for Aaron Rodgers. The Rams inquired about Aaron Rodgers. This was a poorly kept secret, and the Rams back in January inquired after the NFC title game, from what I'm told. And then yesterday, Adam Schefter, because I just wanted information. All I wanted was, how did we get to this point? Because if you said to me today, but then I've been in the minority, who is the starting quarterback for the Packers opening weekend this year, I would still say Aaron Rodgers. Because things are quiet. Remember what happened with Russell Wilson and the Seahawks? Russ comes on the show. He's got something to say. A few things after that. Then you had sources saying Russ is saying this. He wants out. Here are the teams. His agent gave us the teams he could get traded to. Seattle eventually got around to talking about this. Everything's calmed down, right? Russ is going to be in Seattle this year. I don't know if you can smooth things over with Aaron Rodgers and the Packers, but I will say this. The quietness speaks volumes. Both sides right now. Now, the media hasn't stopped because we're still looking for breadcrumbs here, like anything. But do I think Aaron Rodgers, if you said you got a bet, I would say Aaron Rodgers is still the starting quarterback for the Packers this upcoming season. Now, last Friday, if you ask, I think I might have said at the time, I just don't see him being traded. That doesn't mean he can't be, won't be. But I know that both sides realize this is how you win a championship. And maybe the Packers have to, walk back some things that they've done or said. And then maybe Rodgers has to do that. But, Adam Schefter, I think, mischaracterized what he had a week ago Thursday. This was a collection of information there. This wasn't a breaking news story, but it was portrayed that way. Therefore, we all went into the draft going, Packers could trade Aaron Rodgers tonight. And then we started watching teams. Well, Carolina didn't take a quarterback. Denver didn't take a quarterback. Well, the Bears are trading up for a quarterback. Then we started to speculate, okay, well, maybe you had to get certain draft players for the Packers to go. If you get Patrick Surtain and you give us 3 first-round picks, then you got our interest here. You got our attention. But it was framed as huge breaking news. It was on the bottom line. And I'm watching NFL Live when Schefter came on. And he was reading off his phone. And I thought, this is breaking news. Well, it wasn't breaking news from the standpoint of, if this is an accumulation of information, this wasn't breaking news. And I think if you're going to summarize the offseason, which Adam was doing, then it wasn't characterized that way. Therefore, I think we thought something was truly happening in the moment. Here's Adam Schefter, where he discusses the Aaron Rodgers report, and I ask him, did you choose to drop the Aaron Rodgers news on draft night?
That is absolutely accurate. Correct.
But it wasn't something that you got information about.
No.
Oh, okay.
No, and there was nothing that morning that came in. And all of a sudden said to me, yeah, he wants out. You should report this. Like, it was going on all off season. You just keep hearing it. And there was more and more talk. And now there's starting to be Aaron Rodgers talk. And I said, you know what? This isn't going to wait much longer. Let's just go. And it just happened to be draft day.
Because I wondered when you said it didn't come from Rodgers, didn't come from the Packers, and it's being characterized differently. I was wondering, okay, you're not going to tell me your source, what was the motive behind that? Yeah.
Dan, there's not a source.
No, I know, but I know that now, but we're just finding this out right now.
I said this. I said it on NFL Live. I said it on my podcast. I said it. I don't know. People want to believe whatever they want to believe. It was just an accumulation of information throughout the course of the entire offseason.
the tweet in the headline were a little bit more inflammatory. But, was this premeditated? Did he have information? Speaking with Adam after the show, off the record, we found out, that he wasn't going to Cleveland thinking that he's reporting Aaron Rodgers is going to be traded. But I think once the Niners story got out, then I think he decided that the time was right. Now, it just wasn't a breaking news story that he had new information, because he said it was an accumulation of information in the offseason. And as fans, and look, I'm in the business, obviously, and I know how these stories are vetted at ESPN. If Adam is going to break something, it has to go through the assignment desk. They have to know, they have to be ready, and that's how you cover a story. Whenever we would break a story, you had to go through the assignment desk. And there were times when I would have a story and they'd say, we need another source on this. And then we wouldn't run that story. But Adam has built up that cachet, house credit, where he could probably just say, look, this is what I'm hearing, and they sign off on it. But they don't want to be blindsided. But I think just trying to understand, you got this information. When did you decide that you needed or you had enough to break this story? So 3 p.m. on draft day, and that's what I was curious about. What was the new information? And you have, the entire NFL media is there. This is an off-season Super Bowl for the NFL media. But that's all I was asking for yesterday was clarity. Give me the backstory here. Was Adam thinking he was going to be scooped on the biggest story of the year if Aaron Rodgers was going to be traded, wanted out of Green Bay? I think we just talked about how I questioned the timing of it and how it was framed. I don't question Adam and his abilities. He's the best at doing this. But I just wanted to know. That's what I was trying to figure out. I was trying to figure out what is the backstory, and can he help clarify that? And that's all that was yesterday. But I think what we were trying to figure out in the moment, and as we went along, because he said, look, that didn't come from Aaron Rodgers, and it didn't come from the Packers. So that's what I was trying to figure out here. But I don't know where we are today. Right now, Friday morning, I feel like I know less than I did a week ago, because I still feel that Aaron Rodgers is going to be the Packers starting quarterback. But nobody's talking. And I've been in this business long enough to know when it's quiet, things are happening. Now, that might be, hey, let's not put it out there. We'll do it internally, we'll do it professionally, and if you don't want to be here, then we'll send you on your way. Like, it could be happening that way. I just get the feeling that this has, maybe there's a little more negotiation, talking going on behind the scenes. And maybe it's not Rodgers and the Packers. Maybe it's his agent who's talking to the Packers. But the Packers know, you want to win a Super Bowl in the next 2 years, this is the best way to go about it. And Aaron Rodgers knows, if he goes to Denver, he's not winning a Super Bowl. Not anytime soon. You're not even the best team in your own division if he went to Denver. But understand how this kind of explodes, metastasize, because all of a sudden, if you're a Bears fan, a Lions fan, a Vikings fan, and Aaron Rodgers may be out of the conference, out of the division, imagine if you're a Denver fan. So this is how everybody jumped in on it, because it affected the entire NFL. Everybody was thinking, wow, who could get Rodgers? What do you have to give up to get Rodgers? Hey, we don't have to face Rodgers twice a year. Like, everybody's has some stake in this. All of a sudden you start to go, gosh, if he goes to Denver, what's that mean? Could he do what Peyton Manning did? Do they have enough talent there? Are the Raiders involved in this? What's that mean for Derek Carr? Like, those were the things that we're processing here in the moment. I just think it was framed incorrectly. That's all. And then it exploded. And look, I think we wish for stories like this. You want breaking news. You want trades. We want action. This was going to be like, wow, this is an incredible draft. All this talent, all these quarterbacks. The Niners are going up. Who are they taking? Aaron Rodgers is going to be traded. And we had all those other things. We just didn't have Aaron Rodgers traded. But if something's going to happen, it's not going to happen in the next 2 weeks, next 3 weeks. It'll probably be less than a month from now. We're going to find out. Plus, here's another thing. We haven't seen Jordan Love be the number one quarterback, play in a game. If all of a sudden Green Bay realizes, hey, we got something here, or, we put him into live action, he played pretty well. That's a different twist to this. Yeah, Paulie.
It doesn't even compare to like Garoppolo with Tom Brady. They took Garoppolo, and he actually got in 3 ball games and played well when Brady was suspended. There was at least a little bit of a check of what this guy's about. And in those short stint, he looked fantastic.
And that's why the Niners wanted to make that trade, because they at least had a sample size. Nobody has any sample size with Jordan Love other than what he did at Utah State. And that's not enough to make a deal. This program brought to you by M-Drive. MDriveDan.com. Get free shipping, 60-day money-back guarantee. Don't let age beat you. Refine your prime with M-Drive. It was an interesting show yesterday. Certainly interesting after the show. Social media, they wanted answers. So did I. And there are still things that I haven't had answered yet. I have questions about all of this. And look, I said to Paulie, if Adam wants to clarify anything, he's more than welcome to join us. And I have great respect for him. I just think the way this was framed was not, it wasn't fair to the story. Because if you have no new information, then it's not breaking news. But if you have information and you say this is from league sources and the team, but then you say, the information is not from the team or Rodgers, that's where I had a disconnect. I was trying to figure that out. Yes, Paul.
It's really fascinating watching social media yesterday of how people in both Green Bay and the entire state of Wisconsin are dealing with this, because the past week, a lot of sentiment has gone against Aaron Rodgers as a source of a story or being a malcontent or whatever it may be. They put his video up with him at a baseball game, and people are booing. Yeah. I wonder if people will kind of like backtrack on that. Hardcore Packers fans.
I just want to be fair to the story. As much as you like the action, the possibility, what if he's traded? What's that mean for Jordan Love? What's that mean for this team? What's that mean for the AFC? Like, there's so many things attached to it. But as much as you can have wishful reporting, I have to have legitimate reporting and just ask the questions and try to find answers here.